Welcome to the Busy with Becca podcast, where I share insights to help you reshape your mindset and cultivate a healthy perspective. A healthy mindset is essential, especially when facing challenges and staying motivated to keep pushing forward. I may not have all the answers, but I invite you to sit back, enjoy the episode, and take away something meaningful as I dive in. There will be days when you should know better, but you do not act better. I feel like I'm two different people sometimes because I forget my own advice and my emotions take over, but then that's not today's topic. And I just like to say that most of the things that I talk about are things I'm either working on, things I have worked on, things I aspire to do, or experiences from other people that I have learned lessons from. And one thing that stays true for me is the fact that on the journey to self-improvement and growth, we need to stay constantly motivated and constantly encouraged to not give up. And it's always nice to hear someone, even if that someone is you, say, I believe in you, and you can and will be that person you promised yourself to be. There are days when it would feel so hard to do the things you need to do. Days that it's hard to be functional or at optimal performance. When those days come, just let your autopilot take over and do the things you normally do. Allow your habits to kick in, your good habits to kick in. Now, if you listen to my episode on investing positivity in your automaticity, where I spoke about developing specific healthy habits on your good days that will carry you through tired, difficult days when morale is low, you would understand what I mean. There's also the episode on staying motivated using the right strategies. So I'm sure you're wondering why I'm listing, like I'm trying to advertise my previous episodes, but no, what happened today was I actually had to go back to those episodes and be reminded of what's truly important. So I digress now. There's this thing with me. So if I get inspired or feel something or learn something and I either talk about it or I write it down, there's usually a tendency for me to just push it to the back of my brain. So I might imbibe some of those habits that I've learned or new things that I'm trying to incorporate into my life, but it's not at the fore of my mind. Once I've written it down, once I've had that conversation, I've forgotten about it. Same thing happens when I'm upset, or once I've said my mind, I've moved on. It's over. I'm not dwelling on that thing. So that's what has happened to me. You won't always be at your best. You won't always want to do the right things, but feeling this way doesn't stop you from wanting to achieve your goals or hit those targets you had already set. You never forget. It will still linger at the back of your mind. As a matter of fact, you even feel probably more pressure when you're stuck because you're so aware that this isn't where you want to be. This isn't what you should be doing. So I want to encourage you today. I don't want to bash myself, but I want to encourage you and remind you that it's okay to not be okay. This is another episode. If you missed it, go and listen to it. No one says or has ever said that staying motivated means being happy to do the needful all the time. It just means continually progressing on the path to achieving your goals and hitting those ambitions. No one said it would be easy. And remember, you're trying to do the hard things today to make tomorrow soft. Another episode. If you missed it, listen to it. So whenever you're down in the dumps, psychologically or emotionally, or even physically feeling burnt out, take a few minutes, close your eyes, and just try to reflect. Remind yourself of what is most important to you. Remind yourself of why you ever needed to be motivated in the first place. why you ever needed to be pushed to act, what it is you are aspiring to do or to be, or the life you're trying to manifest into reality. And just remind yourself, whilst being kind to yourself as always. Now, I can't explain the pressure that comes from actually having a roadmap, like knowing what you need to do and where you need to be, but then you find yourself not executing, and you keep giving excuses and calling them justifiable reasons why not. But then So you're not in a state of, oh, I'm so confused, I don't even know where to start from. You have everything laid out. You've done the plans, you've created the strategy, you've done that business plan. Like, you have everything all laid out. All that is left is for you to start picking things from that to-do list and doing them. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, and I know it's heavy, and that's why I'm encouraging you today, that if you are that person, just pick one thing from that to-do list today. Don't wait for a Monday. Don't wait for a new month. Just do it. Now, a colleague of mine told me yesterday in a meeting, obviously I'm not quoting him verbatim, but he said seeking perfection is procrastinating. Just close out that project and you can correct everything else in operations. And that was such a simple thing to say, but it was facts. It's true, and it applies to everything in my life, everything in your life. Trying to seek for perfection will rob you of that journey. You keep postponing, you keep waiting for the perfect time, keep waiting for more money, you keep waiting for that perfect setup, and that will keep slowing you down. So let's do the needful today. It's not a Monday, it's Thursday, but who says you can't start killing it in this moment? So let's go out, do more and be more. And please share this with someone who you feel needs it, and listen to previous episodes on the podcast. There's a gem in every episode. Yeah? So I say listen again, because staying motivated is an iteration. It's a continuous process. So you might hear something today and forget about it tomorrow, or be inspired today and tomorrow you are so drowned by the challenges of life, by the complications in life, that you forget or you go back to status quo. So please listen again and take notes. Keep doing your best. And just give in all you've got. Whether you're in the mood, you're not in the mood, just go to that to-do list, pick a thing and do it. It will get better with time. Trust me.